Have you ever had a client send you their logo in a Word document? A Word document for a logo? As if that is not even bad enough, they send it at 11 p.m. when you probably are sleeping, and then they label it something like final draft logo, something like that. Super crazy, right? If you've ever had these kind of troubles, then this video is for you. Let's just be honest, managing brands can be difficult. Managing 5 brands, for example, is hard work. Managing 50? That's chaos. But what if I told you that you can easily manage over 100 clients without hassle, like we do manage thousands of clients? I mean their brand kits like logo, font, colors, guidelines, and still at night we have a decent sleep. This means no more digging through Google Drive, no more where is the X code again, no more panic of deleting or not finding a file as and when needed, and definitely no more duplicated files with names like blue logo, red logo, minimum logo, large logo. Crazy things we do to just sort out things. Today I'll be showing you the exact tool that saved our sanity as an agency and how it can do the same for you. Whether you are a solo designer, you are a full-on agency powerhouse, this tool will be everything you need to manage your brand. If you have team members scattered all across the world, or you have clients scattered everywhere across the world. By the way, I am Dabs from Seahawk Media. We are an agency with team members in different continents and also with thousands of clients all across the globe. Without further ado, I think I should get started into these tutorials immediately. So right on my screen here is Brandy. It is at brandyhq.com. I will leave a link to that in the video description for you to check out this awesome tool. So as you can see on the screen here, it says AI Digital Brand Guidelines Platform. And it has crazy features that even myself have not been able to wrap my head around all of them. So if you come to features, you would see for free, you could see all you're going to be getting. For paid, for white label, for brand blocks, for modes and layout. This is a lot. I really would not want to waste time here talking so much about all of the features. I just want to show you exactly what you can do with this tool. From the website here, you can see that this tool is backed by Adobe Funds and also by WP Beginner Growth Fund. If you have too big powerhouse like this behind you, then you can be rest assured that you are dealing with the right tool. So if you scroll down here, I love the fact that you can share your brand asset among your team and also with your client. If you have team all scattered across the world, you want to have a central location where all of them can go to and they can see every of the brand assets. That's a cool stuff. This one here on their website blew my mind away, and it's an illustration of before Brandy and after Brandy. Let me read this before I go straight into this tutorial. Just see this conversation between maybe a teammate or a client. Just for example, hi Akshay, where can I find our logo? And then there's a response here. Hey, it's in the design folder on the Google Drive. I can't find it. Do you have a link? And here is it. How do I open the .eps file? I just need it for my presentation. Give me a second and then deliver. Another response here is hey, to ask again, but what font do we use? You can imagine that kind of conversation going on between you and your teammates, just trying to work together. But look at after Brandy here. It just says, I actually, where can I find our logo again? And then gives them the link to Brandy HQ for the asset. You can find front, icons, and all assets here. And look at the reaction here. Wow, thanks. That wow effect is what Brandy brings to your asset management. So you can come here, you can start using this literally for free. So you can come here and just hit the get started, it's free button, and you can see what you're going to be getting with the free 20 free asset. Easy setup. Just hit the free button, put in your email account, and that's it. No hassle. And also, let's come to the pricing. Let's see what this is priced in case you want to take this to the next level. You want to use every of their feature. So you can see this is free forever. You can see a lot of things. You can embed assets. You can just get started for free. But if you want to pay a little more, like $5 per month, you will have a brand space, 50 gigabyte of storage. You can start white labeling this in case you are interacting with clients and then you don't want them to be seeing brandy. You just fancy the idea of using your personal brand for this purpose. And this is beautiful with just $5 per month. And then for business, you can do $35 per month. For agency, you can do 25 brands here, 200 gigabytes of storage. And then if you want to go premium for as high as $100 per month, you can begin to manage 50 brands with tasks. Fantastic. Let me just walk you through how super simple and easy this is. So if you create an account there, it will bring you to this place where you can create a brand space. For example, for this tutorial, let me just use a random website. This is a SaaS website. By the way, I created this website in subsequent tutorial. If you want to see how to create a SaaS website like this, you should definitely check out that tutorial. I will leave the link to that in the video description. You should see this. And we build these using Astra and the Spectra. Not only would you be having a sleek website like this, you would have it super fast because we are using Gutenberg here to design this. So check out for that tutorial. So let's just say I want to add this brand. It's called Future Flow Technologies. So let's come back here. I'll call this Future Flows Technology. And then we can give this a shareable link. I can just call this Future Flow. So this would be the URL for this brand. So we can just create a brand space. Awesome. So you can see here, I have Future Flow Technologies. So let's say I want to manage more brands. I can just easily click here. You can see I can search all my brands. I can add a new brand here, just like I did earlier. I can type in any other brand name here and then the shareable link, and then I can save it. And from there, I can now begin to add things here. So by default here for this brand, you can add logos, colors, font, images. You can add more to the collection. Let's say you have headshot images of all the team member or maybe management staff. You can come here and just type that here. I can just say team member. Right? I had this. I can add another one. I can say maybe management staff. There is no asset that you have that you share that you cannot easily use here. Let's say we have pay tools as well that we use and we want every of our team members to have access to this. We can also add that to the collection and just say tools. So that's it. You can just go on and on and on and add every of the asset that you use for each of the brand. And from here, we can begin to customize things. And let's start first with logo, right? For us to add our logos here, we have several options like upload the file, import from URL, asset connect, like using a tool like Dropbox. In case you have all of those things inside of Dropbox, you can just easily connect that here. Branding tools, palette generator, front gallery. You can also bring things here using the color palette or text block. That would be useful based on what you are trying to add. You definitely would not be using color palette for logos, but this would be useful if you want to specify your brand colors, right? We have several options for our logo. If you have your logo files uploaded somewhere in your Dropbox, you can use the features here. But I love how super simple and easy this is using import from URL. Super awesome. Let me show you how super cool this is. So just go to your website, copy the URL like I'm doing, and come back here, just paste your brand URL here, and then hit this load asset. So right now, Brandy goes to that URL and begin to load up every possible asset that you have on there. Amazing stuff. You can see that we already have a lot of asset already imported here. From the result here, we have 23 images here that have been brought from our website. We have 4 front and we have 69 colors. That's crazy. So every possible color you have used on your website will be added here, just in case you want to build your brand asset from everything you have used on your website. And as you can tell, this is our logo already here. So I just want to add this logo because this is our logo. And we have other logos here. It might just be maybe the client that you have worked with, and you might want to have a section here for maybe brand logos, something like that. So that's it. Let's just add this. And that's it. Let's close this. We have our logo here. For our logo here, you can see it's saying Seahawk Media because the title of our website there is Seahawk Media. I can edit this here by changing this to Future Flow. And then I can come down here, I can add some tags. You can see the width is 100. So many other things here. You can enable asset download if you want. If you don't want that, you can turn that off. Include asset in table of content. You might want to do that if you are going to be having lots of logos here and you want to turn on a table of content so that people can just easily use that to filter things down. That's also a possibility, but let me just turn this off right now and let's save this. And that's it. If you come down here, you can add more asset here. You can see this import from URL again. You can still come back here again to add cool stuff here. Let's just say we want to add maybe more logos like this. And under logos here, let's add this. We might just want to call these brand logos, right? And then let's close this. So for this logo here, we can see we can rename this and call this whatever the name of the brand that has this logo. And then we have this logo here available for people to download. Super awesome. Another thing we can still do here is to customize this collection. You might want to make this private if this information here is something you don't want to be public. You might also want to add a banner. You might want to hide the title too as well. So you can see the asset layout is at least. You might want to maybe add some columns, maybe 2 columns or 3, or you might just want to even do bento style. That's the style that is reading right now. And you might also want to maybe toggle on table of content. I showed you that earlier, and then let's save things. So that's it for our logo here. Let's come to the colors here and let's just do the same thing like we did. So if we come to import from URL, we have all our assets still here, and we can come to colors. As you can see this here, I can just say this 2 here is my primary colors. For example, let me just add this. And then let's close this. I can rename this as usual. I call this primary colors. Super awesome. And then let's save this. So that's it. We can add more sections like I told you. Let's upload this from URL still, and let's come back to colors. And let's say these are our secondary colors. Let's add 4 of them to this. And let's add these colors. That's it. Can close this. We can also change this to secondary colors. Right, and then we can come down and save this. Now let's just move again. Let's go to our front. From here, we can as well still use from URL. Since we have front here, we have 4 of them. As you can see, let's just add all these fronts. All right, so we have this done here. That took some time, some few seconds, but you can understand why. For 4 of them, you can see that we have them in different variants. You can see our DM Sans 100, 900, 800, 700. This is super awesome. You would never need to worry yourself about your front anymore. You can come here and easily just download this and then use it anywhere. I think this is super good. And that's how you can keep building and keep building. You can come to images as well. There are images on your website, and we can also upload that from URL, and then we can come to our images. You can come down here, you should be able to see all these images. But if you don't have the images, you can, like I told you, upload them directly from your computer here. Super cool and easy. But one of the things we can still do here is to add a cover page. From our cover page, we can begin to add quite a number of things. This is what our cover page looks like currently. So we can begin to add sections from here. You can bring in different options from basic card section to collection cards to do's and don'ts. Let's just see how these look like. As you can see here, we have an intro. From here, you can just maybe link this to your brand guidelines. You can also add like a social media template here, official colors here. You can build things up here for people to know exactly what your brand is and what your brand stands for. So for example, we can edit this section here. This is called the intro section. You can give it whatever title you want to. That's literally up to you. You can also give it a subtitle if you want to write more about that. The column is 3 here by default. You can change it to 2 or maybe to even 4 if you want. And then the card style is regular. You can change it to modern or classic to experiment to see what changes you can do in terms of design. That's literally up to you. And also for individual sections here, you can also hover on it and hit the edit button or even delete it if you want to. From here, you can edit this. You can add a link here to maybe your brand guidelines if that's what you want to do. Upload your own images in case you want to keep your brand consistency. That's up to you. You can change the title too from brand guidelines to whatever it is you want to highlight here about your company. It can be your policies. It can be so many things you can really add here about your business. And once you are done, you want to hit save changes here. I've not made any changes to this, so I'm going to leave this as is. And then we can still come down here. Let's now say from our cover page, you want to add our collection cards. Like we have some collections here. So once we click this, let's see exactly what that would look like. Super awesome. So you can see our brand resources. So this would be linking people to your logo. This one will be to the colors, to the front. You can also want to add to maybe images, to whatever it is that you are using as brand resource. That's super, super awesome. As usual, again, like I told you earlier, you can edit this. You can edit this too as well. You can specify your colors here and super amazing. You can see the link. This is linking people back to your logo. Awesome. Title is logo. You can write your subtitle here for people to know more about this. This is super, super, super cool. And also another thing we can still bring in here is you can do checklist columns. You can do your do's and don'ts. In case you want to specify that you have set of do's and set of don'ts for your brand and you want everyone who walk around you to be able to see that. Super, super awesome. If you also come down here again, like checklist column, this can just be maybe your list of SOPs. Whatever it is you're doing as an agency can be set here. And I think this is super, super awesome. This will make a beautiful cover page for anyone who just wants to know more about future flow technologies. From here again, I can still edit this. I can change the color. Maybe I want the color to suit my brand color. Let's say this is my brand color right now. I can also change the overlay pattern. You can see this is what we have by default. So I might want to change it to this, for example. And then I can save these changes. So as you can see this here, this is super, super, super cool. As it is right now, this brand is public. You can just get the URL to send to anyone. If you want to make it private, there is a quick button here. So if you come here, you can see make private. If you click this brand right now is private, as you can see here, because it has been locked. So we can make this public right now. And also from here, you can switch between edit mode and view mode. You want to see it exactly how other people would see. So you can see this is exactly what people will see when you give them access to this. And this is your URL here. If you copy this URL, you can send it to anybody all across the world. They will be able to see all your brand assets in one place. How super, super cool is this? Let's say what you want to share with the world is just maybe your logos or maybe your colors, just for example, and you don't even want to share them here, you want to share them on your website. Let me show you how possible that is. To be able to do that, let's just come back to edit mode. And let's say we want to share our colors. For example, we can just come up here and then we can come to share. You can see this is the specific URL to our color link. You can share that out publicly, and then you can make other pages here or other sections here private, so that this is the only thing that is public for people to see. And from here you can come to your embed and just hit the copy embed code. This is awesome. And then let's close this, and then you can go to your WordPress website or whatever website you use, and in my case here WordPress, and then we want to add a section here for that. Let's just work with somewhere here. All right, I just want to search for short code, and then I want to paste that here, and that's it. I want to save this, and then I want to view this page. Good stuff. So we have this page here. Now let's scroll down. Let's see. So you can now see our colors here is now here on our website. This is super awesome. So anybody here can just easily come here. You can see, click to copy. With the click of a button, we have that color copied, and they can use it anywhere they want to use. With the click of a button, they have this color copied for their project. How super amazing and awesome this is. Thanks to Brandy, you can now manage your own brand asset with your team, and also if you do that for your clients super easily, whether or not you have 50 of them or you have hundreds of them, without hassle, you can manage them. And as a matter of fact, you can white label this for your own brand. Super awesome. And you can make money, real money from this. That's my time. If you find this super useful, do let me know in the comment section. I will leave the link to Brandy in the video description. You can check it out. I'm sure that you find this tool super useful. So give it a try. Thanks. That's my time for this tutorial. I'll see you in another one. And until then, take care.